Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, I'll be going through the Geelong versus Melbourne game in which Kate Hoare, absolutely dominated this one, kicking 3, having 23 touches to basically lift Melbourne over the line. Her as well as Mackin and they sort of just had a massive contribution across the board from a lot of players there to get them over the line there, which was it's kind of surprising. I think also Georgie Prasparkas, potential injury, potentially just issues there with her quad, it looked like. So that's an interesting one. But I also think a lot of people are probably going to make mistakes with the Geelong team that I've seen. I saw it happen last year with their team, with their wingers, etc. So I would just give a word of warning. But anyway, let's just jump into this video here. So, McDonald, 111, 28 touches, 1 mark, 9 tackles. I really like this split, and I genuinely think she's one to just keep an eye on. 24, 22, 23, 42. I thought she definitely lifted in that last quarter. 111 for her. And yeah, I just want to also just check I'll get it up on my phone here, when did Melbourne kick their behinds, because that could be crucial for Webster. But yeah, I genuinely think that she's a really, really good fancy prospect this year, just in their double. I don't remember which exact double they have, but I think that she's just a sure product to go basically 100, it seems like. And if we just go to her here, you'll see, if we just go here quickly, scrolling, see 111, average 90, 92 the last couple years. Similar points per minute, which is good. Similar time on ground. Really high CBAs. And you can see a floor of 73, 70 in the finals. Is that even finals adjusted? No, it doesn't look like that's adjusted that well. But I think that she didn't have the best performances in finals. You can take out, 97, 90, 160... 257 in 3 games, so that probably adjusts a little bit probably up towards that 92, 93 range. So yeah, I think that she does score pretty well, and she does score really well on the easier opposition. She does play North next week, which is a little bit of a worry given that she scored a 73 against them. But that said, against Melbourne, she scored 90 last year in her elimination game. 90 in the other game that year, and then also 111. So she scored, 180, 291. That's an average of like 97 against them. Sorry, I covered that up. 97 against them in the last 3 games. Webster, 89. Now let's quickly go to the game there and just see, when did Melbourne kick their behinds? So they had none in the first, and you'll see what I mean here. Not that. I want this. None in the first. She scored 21 points. And also, I can just do this because I want to see her kick-ins. Sorry, 1 second. Let me just see. Kick-ins. Any kick-ins? 1 kick-in. That's good to see that she scored this without kick-ins. So they scored 2 behinds, and then 2 behinds in the last quarter as well. So 0, 2, 2, 2. And she scored in that last quarter of 37. High time on ground, which is really good. She's really consistent as well. You can see, I say that. She scored a 30 in the game against Brisbane last year in the, is that semi or something? 67, 71, 82, 46 against Richmond, 62, 66, 55, 64, 89. I'm intrigued about this, but I'm also like, I don't know. But then again, she's also getting this sort of, she actually isn't getting any CBAs, which is a little bit annoying. So one to consider between her and Daisy Darcy, I think. And I'm not 100% sold on either way. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Nina Morrison, 79, thought she got off to an electric start and then really died down a little bit. You can see 29, and I think she got away to 29 very, very quickly. 19, 23, and then 8 in the last. She was on 71. That's on track for like a 94. So yeah, she got away hot and then slowed down. Let me just readjust that. Then we get to Friswell. Friswell is a little bit of an iffy one. If I just go to the player summary page here. Friswell, I believe she's listed as a forward in the fancy game, but you'll see exactly what I mean here. Look at this. That's a pretty similar role to this 27 she scored. Even probably, I would almost say, a better role than this 27 she scored a worse role than the 27, given that has a little bit more back time. So it is roughly the same. Like, you can see here how up and down this is. That was her highest score since. That was her highest ever score. She played no CBAs. She had no kick-ins. She didn't kick a goal, which is probably a positive thing. 6 marks, 4 tackles. I just think she was on a wing, and that's I feel like she has other games where she just doesn't score well. Against Melbourne last year, she scored a 44 with a roll. I'm covering this up so bad, sorry. So you can see 78-27. Same enough rolls. 44 against Melbourne last time, 78 against them this time. So I just genuinely think that roll could go up, down, up, down, up, down, and I just don't think you want that technically as on field now, as I genuinely think you can probably get a similar averaging player, like a 55 averaging player, as she did average 44 last year. I think you can get that in like Huntington or someone like that, has averaged 58 in a defensive role in 5 games for the Bulldogs in season 4, and then she got pushed forward and has now come back to a halfback role for the Giants, who I think will only it'll only get better for her as the Giants concede more, because the Bulldogs are bottom of the ladder tripe. And I think that the Giants, who I don't even know who the Giants have. Let me just show you that. I think the Giants have Richmond. I think Richmond will actually score better. I think Richmond are a better side. And if you actually think about it, Richmond kicked 5 goals 10. So the ball should be living down more so the end of Huntington than it should do Friswell on the wing. And we've seen wing roles have absolutely horrific scoring. Parry, I think Morrisor, a key forward. Bowen, a small forward, just like Barulson and other small forwards, can drop a 40 on her day. So I wouldn't be going there. Prasparka's had a stinker and there's injury clouds, I believe. Crockett, Grills, 69. Don't think that she'll be any relevant. Kate Darby, 68 as a ruckman. All right. Emonson, 53, and this is why I'm a little bit worried about Webster, to be honest with you, and I need to actually go back and watch this game more so, or just get some more opinion on Webster in general, because I do like her split Webster, 20 and 7 tackles, but we saw Emonson and Gunjaka really not score that well. And I'm worried that those two come back, score maybe even plus 10 on each, and it takes 10 away from Webster, and they all go in the 60s, and they all combine for the 200 points there, give or take, or the 190 points, but they all go 60, 60, 60, and it's like, well, Webster's just priced where she is. So, yeah, I'm a little bit worried about that. So those two covered, Kenny, Maloney, Featherstone, Maloney, and you look here at those as well. If we look here, Emonson and Gunjaka, they actually scored, basically when Webster wasn't scoring. They were also, it kind of also demonstrates that they were all scoring at the same time, which is, I don't know whether that's necessarily any relevance to whether they'll take the same score or whatnot. Anyway, let's just fire through these. Cairns, Kennedy, Scott, Sermon, Bankin, is that? Yeah, no, sorry, Rankin. I read that wrong. And McDonald. Then we go to Kate Hall, 100. She absolutely dominated. 23 touches, 5 marks, 3 goals. Need her in her side. Easy, 2 good replacement if you don't have Hall, but most people saw Hall playing a little bit in the midfield, even though I don't know if she did. Let me just double check that quickly. She played 38% midfield time. That is a massive role for her. She'll be in the top forwards there. And yeah, she's gotten away quick. Mackin, 81, McNamara, 79. Don't think these girls will have any fancy relevance here. Let me just, you know what I can do here? Because I need to see the price relative points for Melbourne. Mackin, don't think so. McNamara, no. Hanks, no. They're all, and Pearce, no. I just don't think that those girls will have any fancy relevance, especially against Brisbane next week. Tough matchup. I don't think they'll score as well in the midfield. So there's that. Then we go out of that into this. I think Galdrick, low time on ground, 57%. I really like that she's a tackling-based scorer. Did score a goal, which I don't think she'll regularly do. But yeah, 6 goals for her. 6 tackles for her was huge. Where is it here? So yeah, she's a tackling-based player, and that's what you need in fantasy, not this mark-based players. Mithen, Heath, Fitzsimon, Chaplin, Beasley. Beasley, one that I think also is an interesting one. I need to look at her role necessarily, as I'm pretty sure she's on the cheaper end. Beasley, 383k midfielder. If we go to player summary here, is that Beasley? Yep. 63% CBAs. That's an interesting one to look at. Seems like she was in the CBAs whenever she was on the field. So I think that is a really positive role. I just think that there were probably better midfielders to grab at the moment in Syme and Breed that have gotten away quicker, got their break even down quicker. Zanker, Paxman, Lampard, Watt, Gillard, Witherspoon, Bannon, Harris, Hill, and Colvin. Is that Calvin? Colvin. Then we just go here quickly. Let's just see if any of these girls are sort of unders or anything. Watts 37 as a ruck. I think just O'Dowd is going to dominate the R2 position. Bannon, Harris, and then Hill and Colvin didn't get above their break even. Hill and Colvin, 2 defenders, 300k. I think that they will probably sometime make cash. It's just dependent of when. I think that they will start to get on a roll. I just think that you got to wait 2 or 3 weeks. There'll be one that alongside like Butler that you get as a replacement when you're trying to cash out your first set of like rookies, I guess, in the next couple of weeks, as we are sort of readjusting our rookies a little bit at the moment, trying to readjust them through Too Good, etc. I think Colvin and Hill could play a decent enough role if we do get if they do start to get some cash and get a big score in, etc. As you can just play them on the bench and just hope they make some cash. But anyway, that is the video. They're going through this recap of the, I would say almost a little bit of an upset, but also not in the same sense as this game was going to be a close one, I feel like. So yeah, Geelong just got outdone at home by Melbourne. But anyway, if you did enjoy this video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on for future uploads, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.